You're recording it?
Stay there, just in case of anything.
I don't want to.
I need you to stay there.
Why do you need me? No,
Listen,
it's
okay,
something for
don't-
parents.
I need you, just in case you need to do anything on here, okay, please.
I just told you everything you need
I
to
know,
do.
sit down. Is it on mute or mute? What's going on there?
That's a big time for questions.
Greeting parents, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have with us today Mrs. Gerardo, who's going to be translating and just greet everybody.
Buenas, ¿cómo están todos? Yo voy a estar aquí por si cualquier cosa no entienden lo que él dice en inglés. Yo estoy aquí para ayudarle, para traducirle lo mejor que pueda en español. Espero que todos estén bien.
This is the meeting for middle school, high school to give you some information regarding startup of the school year and some of the challenges we're facing as we start.
Ok, esta reunión es para la escuela intermedia y la escuela high school para dejarles saber todo lo que está pasando y lo que va a suceder cuando comience la escuela, a tratar de darle la más información posible durante esta reunión.
So everybody's aware at this time that we're dealing with a variant of the COVID-19 SARS virus, the Delta variant, and it's brought us new levels of challenge.
Ya todos saben que estamos ahora mismo bajo la nueva variante, la Delta, que es un derivado del COVID. Saben que esto ha sido una, ¿cómo se dice? Ahora mismo esto es como un inconveniente para lo que viene todo de abrir la escuela.
We're dealing with the number of hospitalizations, the amount of people that are in the hospital, that moving and growing very, very quickly in the last few weeks.
Estamos ahora mismo en el estado donde hay muchas hospitalizaciones, los números de casos positivos de este virus están creciendo mucho cada día más y los hospitales están llenos y estamos bregando con esta variante.
And a couple of additional issues that the variant poses is that it spreads very, very quickly. The viral load is 3 times greater than that of the original Alpha COVID.
Esta variante, que es la Delta, es 3 veces más contagiosa que la primera, que es la Alfa. Ahora mismo estamos en la Delta y se pega pues más rápido y es más fuerte que la primera.
And also there's more children being infected, but the authorization for children, I believe it's under 12, can't receive the virus at this point. Vaccine, I'm sorry.
The vaccine, okay. Ahora mismo sabemos que hasta le está afectando a los niños. También sabemos que los niños no pueden ser vacunados hasta que tengan 12 años en adelante.
And so it's these 3 main issues: the hospitalization, the speed in which the virus spreads, and the fact that kids are being infected, that gave us reason to pause.
La razón por la que tuvimos una pausa es una, por lo rápido que se pega este virus. Segundo, puesto de que es mucho más contagiosa. Y tercera es lo que, bueno, realmente la primera es lo contagiosa, la segunda es lo rápido que se pega, y la tercera no recuerdo. Mr. Dunn, can you remind me of the third one, please?
Just the fact that more kids are being infected.
Que más niños están infectados.
And so the timing of all that could not have been at a worse time. It was right at the beginning of the start of the school.
Y afortunadamente no pudo ser en otro momento que al comienzo de la escuela. Y por estas razones que estamos dilatando un poquito, que él dijo anterior y no le mencioné, estamos dilatando un poquito el comienzo o el regreso a la escuela. Go ahead, Mr. Dunn.
So it was my hope that we would have some type of relief like we did last year in being able to offer parents more options, including the remote learning option.
Dice que él está tratando de dar un alivio para ver qué opciones puede ofrecerle a los padres cuando viene a referente al regreso a la escuela. Es como que estamos tratando de comprar un poquito el tiempo, claro, con el permiso del Estado. Go ahead, Mr. Dunn.
Yeah, so what I did was I wrote the director for private schools, and I was letting them know that we had more issue here in South Florida.
Él escribió una carta al director de todas las becas de aquí del estado de la Florida, explicándole que tenemos muchas más situaciones aquí en el sur de la Florida, y lo que ustedes ven en su pantalla es la carta que él le mandó al director de educación de las becas aquí en el estado de la Florida. Go ahead, Mr.
And so I kind of feel like sometimes those that are in Tallahassee, Florida, that make some of the decisions and policy are really not familiar with the issues of South Florida.
Él dice que muchas veces piensas que los que están encargados en la ciudad de Tallahassee de hacer las leyes, eso realmente no reconocen cómo están las cosas aquí en el sur de la Florida. Go ahead, Mr.
Some of the officials that I've talked to have never even visited this area.
La mayoría de los oficiales que él ha hablado ni siquiera han visitado esta área de la Florida.
So I was hoping to get some kind of relief.
Eso él estaba tratando, o sea, esperando que le dieran un poco de alivio.
So the response to that letter was, unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do at this time.
Can we go back one more, Mr. Dunn? Because
Unfortunately, I advanced too
Okay.
far, so I
Okay,
maybe advance to the whole thing and get back to
Okay.
that there.
okay.
Give me just a second.
Yes, sir. There we are. Thank you.
So we see from this letter that there isn't an executive order that gives us relief, and that it's the statutory law that does not give us any relief. And so in this response, they were saying in essence, you can only do school in building and not remotely.
Okay, la respuesta que le mandó el ejecutivo de las becas es que lamentablemente no podemos ofrecer nada más que vengan los niños en persona a la escuela.
So I'm going to quote directly from this letter here. There are no emergency orders in place that permit distance learning.
Ok, él lo que está dando los puntos principales de esta carta que le mandaron para atrás, que indica que hasta ahora mismo no hay nada de emergencia que indica o que pueda tener permiso para dar el programa o ayudar a los niños de que puedan permitirle aprender de su casa.
And then he goes on to say there may be some flexibility afforded with regard to when you must start the school year. You don't have to follow the schedule of the local public school district.
Y siguiendo, dice que puede haber una clase de flexibilidad donde podamos comenzar la escuela un poquito más tarde en el año, cosa de que no tiene que ser igual que la escuela principal pública.
So that brings us to the changing of some of the school dates. And what I really wanted you to understand was that it's not the decision of the school to not offer online learning. It's the decision of the state of Florida.
Él lo que quiere que ustedes entiendan que no es la escuela que le está dando la facilidad de que los niños continúen aprendiendo como estábamos cuando terminó la escuela, sino es que el estado de la Florida lo prohíbe.
So for that reason, we postponed the opening of the school 2 weeks to Tuesday, September 7th.
So, alternativamente, ahora mismo por eso posponimos el día de abrir la escuela para septiembre 7.
And then we're offering the orientation just before that on Thursday, September 2nd. And this will be for both elementary and middle high school. These are important dates, obviously the starting date, but as more information flows in, it's going to be important to be part of the school orientation.
Ok, dice que los 2 días más importantes ahora mismo es septiembre 2, que va a ser el día de la orientación, donde si tenemos cualquier otra información, ese día les comunicaremos, y la apertura de la escuela, que va a ser septiembre 7, que va a ser cuando los niños todos regresan a la escuela.
So I wanted to give you a couple of things that I think are positive for the reason why we're postponing the start date.
Él le quiere dejar saber 2 cosas positivas por la razón se ha pospuesto abrir la escuela después, no cuando estaba acordado el 23, sino ahora en septiembre 7. Go ahead, Mr. Dunn.
So the first one is I'm encouraged by the numbers that I see in England.
Él está esperando, que él está mirando todos los números que están subiendo en Inglaterra.
In England, their numbers went up very, very quickly, like ours.
Dice que en Inglaterra todos los números fueron muy, muy rápidos, como aquí.
And then I believe because of so many people having the vaccine, the numbers came down very, very quickly.
Y dice que como muchas personas decidieron vacunarse, después que fue a un pico tan y tan alto, pues comenzó a bajar, puesto que las personas decidieron vacunarse.
So if the numbers are coming down, that means that the environment is safer.
Dice que, o sea, optimísticamente, que si los números comienzan a bajar, estamos hablando aquí en el sur de la Florida, pues vamos a poder abrir más sanamente.
There's no guarantee that those numbers will be better, but at least there's a chance for it.
No hay ninguna garantía que estos números van a bajar, pero por lo menos tenemos un chance en la espera.
So that buys us a little time. And with that time, if things aren't going well for Dade County Public Schools, they will probably offer the relief of remote learning.
Dice que él espera que si en ese tiempo algo pasa, hay algún cambio, esperamos que el condado, la escuela pública del condado de aquí de la Florida, del sur de la Florida, pues cambie y dé esas opciones para esos padres que quieren que los niños puedan seguir la escuela virtual.
It makes no sense it makes no sense to not offer the remote learning because the numbers are just as bad as they were this time last year.
Dice que no tiene sentido de que no se le pueda ofrecer escuelas virtuales porque los números están iguales de altos como estábamos el año pasado, un día como hoy el año pasado.
So I think there's politics involved and there's different issues that are out of our control.
Dice que hay mucha política envuelta en todo esto y lamentablemente muchas cosas están fuera de nuestro control.
So whatever the reason, we get a little more time by starting later.
Cualquiera la razón que sea, esto no compra tiempo para comenzar más adelante.
And I believe if the Florida government sees that there's a need for remote learning, they'll quickly issue an order for that. And that's what they did last year.
Dice que él espera que el gobierno de aquí del sur de la Florida vea que, o sea, que esto está pasando y que ellos puedan ofrecer de nuevo, bueno, otra vez las clases virtuales.
And so that brings us to where we are right now. And there's a lot of parents that have protested not having the remote learning option and are already, the Tallahassee's already getting mail requesting the remote options.
Okay, que hay muchos padres que han protestado porque quieren que esa opción sea dada para sus hijos y todas estas cosas estas voces se han oído en Tallahassee, so ellos esperan de que haya una opción o algo que pueda resolver, bueno, el dilema que estamos ahora mismo.
So there's really two directions that are two situations that can take place. If it goes one direction, everything opens smoothly for Tallahassee and there's very little incident of infection, or there could be a lot of infection and they have to make adjustments for that. So those are the two paths that we're looking at right now. We're hoping that it starts well, but that's just hard to see happening right now.
Okay, él dice que ahora mismo estamos viendo dos posibilidades, una de que abra y que todo vaya bien, o otra de cuando abra otra vez la escuela, pues no, las cosas no vayan tan bien, entonces después hay que ver qué pasa, pero tenemos dos posibilidades que simplemente vamos a esperar que sea pues la mejor y positiva para todos nosotros.
So I'm going to be watching Monroe County, Dade County, Palm Beach County, Broward County very closely and see how things start for them.
Él dice que él va a estar muy pendiente del el condado de Monroe, del estado de Broward, del estado de West Palm y el estado de aquí de Dade, a ver cómo desenvuelve todo esto.
So we'll have better indicators of that. I'm going to move on to the next subject of masks. And it's going to be the school policy for all students to arrive wearing a mask. The temperature will be checked and masks will be worn during the day in the building.
Ok, ahora vamos a lo siguiente, que es lo que viene a la máscara. Nosotros esperamos que cuando los niños vengan, vengan con su máscara y de la misma manera se le va a tomar la temperatura.
All middle school and high school will be eating outside.
Todos los estudiantes de la escuela intermedia y la high school, el bachiller, van a comer afuera.
And we'll continue with the established protocols that we established last year in respect to the contact tracing, the protocols for quarantine.
Okay. Y vamos a seguir los mismos protocolos que tenía la escuela antes de irnos, es decir, que vamos, si un ejemplo, alguien se enferma, contactar el rastro de ese estudiante o individuo que esté enfermo y hacer lo que haya que hacer, y si necesita estar bajo cuarentena, pues así será.
At this time, I'm taking any questions. If anybody has any questions.
En este momento, cualquier pregunta que ustedes tengan, por favor, le pregunten.
Yes, Mr. Dunn, this is Jose Milian, the father-in-law
Yes.
in Nicholas.
Yes.
Do you know of any number or any address or anybody specific that we could speak to try to get this moving a little bit faster for the home learning?
What I need, I don't know of anybody that it's going to make a difference to, so let me research that a little further. I don't want to aggravate the ones that are working with me and are trying. So let me talk to a few people first, and then I will get that out to the parents of who they can write and who they can contact. I think I had that request from your wife also and responded to that.
Yeah, we already sent messages to the
Okay.
South team personally as well.
Good, good.
So hopefully something moves around.
Yeah, the only way that I see this really working is if it becomes like a grassroots movement from the parents.
Agreed.
Did you want to translate that a little bit, Mrs. G, or is it?
Sure, I could. El señor Milian preguntó que si hay algún número de teléfono o algo, una persona que podemos contactar en Tallahassee para que todo esto se mueva más rápido. Y la contesta del señor Dunn fue que dijo de que él no tiene, él va a investigar a ver quién podemos mandarles cualquier queja o que ustedes tengan para que ellos puedan agilizar esto más rápido, porque él no quiere agotar a la persona que ya no está ayudando a resolver pues lo que estamos haciendo ahora mismo, pero tan pronto él encuentre a la persona indicada, pues él se va a comunicar con el señor Milian o cualquiera de ustedes padres que quieran mandar o pedir que eso sea o se facilite mejor para que ellos muevan eso más rápido. Go ahead, Mr. Dunn.
Really, all from what I can tell, all of this flows from the governor's office. The governor's office would have to issue the order to allow the private school leaders to issue us the order for that relief. So it would all come out of the governor's office.
Dice que él cree que esto todo viene de la oficina del gobernador. So, todas estas órdenes han sido impuestas por el gobernador, so él cree que donde hay que dirigirse sería en la oficina del gobernador.
A couple of points that I would make on that is just our location, because anybody looking at the numbers can see how our location is different than other counties in Florida.
Dice que lo principal es mirar nuestra localización porque los números de aquí, principalmente el sur de la Florida, son más elevados que cualquier otra parte del estado de aquí de la Florida.
Any other questions?
¿Alguna otra pregunta? Brianna, you have a question? I see your little hand up, or no?
Oh yeah, I was asking, so our lunchtime is gonna be outside of the school, right?
Outside, yes.
Outside of the building on our.
Outside of the building, in the back, in the pavilion.
Okay. Outside of, just outside of the building, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought outside of the school.
No,
It's outside of the building of the school, in the back, in the pavilion. And the
Okay.
shaded pavilion, yes.
with fans.
Okay.
With fans, yes,
And
absolutely,
snow.
with
Okay, thank
fans. You're very welcome.
Sorry, Mr. Dunn, one more question.
Yeah,
Are you guys gonna be offering PE this year, or is it gonna be mostly learning inside only?
oh, no, we want to take the kids outside.
Sí,
Yes.
claro.
We have PE classes.
Okay.
Él preguntó que si va a haber educación física. Ella le dijo sí, absolutamente va a haber educación física. Mrs. Ortega, I know you raised your hand, and then Mrs. Mayland, I know that you also raised your hand.
Yes, I wanted to ask, the classes are going to be like normal class with inside a classroom with the teachers, right? When it starts,
Correct.
correct?
It's not going to be the virtual
Right.
project.
Everybody in
class.
normal class,
Correct.
like normal
If we-
school.
If we were to offer remote learning, it wouldn't be the same as last
Mhm.
year. It would be the teacher doing their regular lesson, and then they would just be kind of looking into the classroom. And so it would be less direct focus on those at home. It would be focused on those that are in the classroom.
Okay, thank you.
So, good afternoon. So I have a question. My son or the other kids, they can bring some bottle of water inside of a classroom because I don't know, I don't like them to drink water outside.
No,
So
that will be one of the requirements. We have all of our water fountains right now disabled. So that will be part of their hydration program.
Okay, thank you.
La señora preguntó que si iba a haber, los niños podían traer agua a la clase, y absolutamente tienen que traer su agua, puesto que lo que los niños usan, que es la fuente de agua, está clausurada, no pueden usarla los niños. Es recomendado que los niños traigan su agua, cosa de que nadie esté tocando la cosa del agua. ¿Alguien más tiene una pregunta? Anyone? Miss Tiffany?
Are they full days or half days? Every day?
Well, the way the schedule is now, it's Monday through Thursday, which will be a full day, and then Fridays will be half days. This will give us a chance to really do a more thorough cleaning on Fridays, and to not wear the teacher out so much, give them a little more planning at the end of the week.
La
I
señora
have a question.
Sure,
Sorry.
if you give me one, it's okay, not a problem, 1 second. La señora Servin preguntó que si los niños venían mediodía, y no, los niños vienen el día entero, de lunes a jueves, y los viernes van a venir hasta las 12 del día, si no da más tiempo a limpiar más profundo las clases para todos, o sea, para todos los maestros. Ms. Collados, you have a question?
Yes, thank you so much. My question is basically about the uniforms. So I'm sorry, this is my son's first year. I was told that the colors are teal, black, and white for the t-shirt, for
Yes,
the shirt.
yes.
For the polo shirt, yes.
And what day is for, like, do they have another shirt for PE, or do they go like another uniform for PE?
Yes, they do have a teal shirt that it has the school logo. It is a teal t-shirt, and they could wear any athletic black shorts.
Okay, and that's once a week, right?
What grade is your child having What grade is your child?
6th grade.
Every Monday through Thursday, I believe, is PE.
Right. And we have at the Creative Threads, the uniform store that we use, they're pretty set up to make available as needed. So you could just call the school, talk to Rosie to get further information on.
Él dice que si tiene cualquier pregunta en referencia a los uniformes puede llamar a la oficina y la señora Rosy puede atenderlo y contestar su pregunta. Pero el lugar donde pueden buscar los uniformes se llama Creative Threads, que creo, si no me equivoco, está localizada en
Homestead.
Ya, aquí en Homestead. ¿Alguna otra pregunta? Okay, I see that a parent sent, how many teachers do I have? This is Antonio, first year in 7th grade. Antonio, you will be having a teacher for language, art, and English, one for life skill in Spanish, you go in Bible. You're going to have another one for history, science, PE, math. Does that answer your question, Antonio? You're welcome. Anyone else have any other more questions? ¿Preguntas? ¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Mitchie,
Yes, sweetie.
I have a question. Are we gonna have chapel this year?
Yes, we will have chapel this year.
In the same pavilion, right?
Inside the main sanctuary on Friday, yes.
Inside the main sanctuary?
Yes.
Yeah, and all of the school dress code is gonna be the same?
It's the same.
Okay.
Okay.
And are we going to have the what is it called?
Clubs?
The free days of clothes?
Jean,
Well, Jean days on Fridays?
Yes. Jean Day, yes.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. You're very welcome.
so at this time, are there any more questions? Do we have any more questions?
I have a question, Mr. Dunn. My
Yeah.
son, Evan Galesio, is going to be starting. He's a new student at your school.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to know if the orientation that you mentioned is going to be online, or do we have to go to the school?
No, I meant to mention that it will be online as well, live, both online and at school.
Okay. And do you have the kids moving from class to class since they have different teachers, or do they stay in one main classroom and the teacher goes there?
We have them moving from class to class, but it's the same grouping of students. So they're not going to be moving to another class with a whole new dynamic. It will be, they will go as a group from one place to the other. And that way we can keep ourselves being able to target and isolate the situation very quickly within individual classes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. La señora Galacio preguntó.
And none
que
of
si
our
es-
classes are over 16 members. The classes are 16 and under.
Ujú.
So that's very manageable.
La señora Galacio preguntó que si los niños se mueven de clase a clase, y sí, los niños de middle school y high school sí se mueven de clase a clase, pero se mueven con su mismo grupo. No es que le van a incorporar niños de otra clase, es el mismo grupo que se mueven y cada clase tiene 16 o menos estudiantes. No hay más de 16 estudiantes. ¿Alguna otra pregunta?
So at this time, I would like to just leave you with the last important thought, and that is we, myself, Mrs. Dunn, the administrative team, will not do anything that puts our children or teachers in danger. If we feel like the situation is not a good situation for us, we will find an alternative, but we're not just going to blindly follow directions in the sense of if we feel like something is dangerous, we're going to really take that into account. There will be good leadership in that respect.
Al final, Mr. Don, quieren que ustedes sepan que lo primordial para él es que todos sus niños y nosotros los maestros y todas las personas de aquí de administración estén bien, estén saludables y sin ninguna preocupación. Primero viene la salud de los estudiantes, de los maestros y todo, y que ellos no van a poner ni en riesgo ni la vida de sus niños, ni nosotros los maestros, ni de administración por cualquier cosa. So, si algo puede llevarse de esto es que estén seguros que va a ser lo mejor y saludable para todos.
That's it. Thanks for taking the time, and we love our parents, teachers, and students.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Buenas
Bye-bye.
tardes. Bendiciones. Bye.
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 Blessings. Bye.
Bye.
Mr. Dunn,
Yeah,
Sweetheart, if you like, I could call you, Brianna. Would you like me to call you? Or you have a question that you would like for us to answer?
go ahead, Brian.
Mr. Dunn, I was wondering if you could send me all of the school information, please.
For sure. Have you been getting information already?
Well,
know.
the meeting, I actually didn't get it.
Okay.
Mom.
Ashley Carmen sent me it.
No, sweetheart, mom got it because I spoke to mom. It went to mom. You
Okay.
probably you think you're gonna get it through my schoolwork, perhaps.
We sent
No,
it to the parents,
I was
students.
Yeah.
no, I was looking at the emails.
No, it was sent to mom because I spoke to mom and she got it. That's how come you're here. Bye.
Well, this has been fun.
I'm done.
Bye, Mrs. Ortega.
Bye.
Bye, Ms. Anna.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
My pleasure.
Bye, Miss. Bye,
Bye.
Mr. Dunn.
Thank you.